What's going on, world? I'm Wesley from A Connection TV, the network, the one channel on YouTube where we actually adopt similar connections despite our differences. And the similar connection that I want y'all to adopt with me right now is with Scandal. I'm going to review Scandal, but baby, oh my God. First of all, follow me on my new Instagram, Get to Know Wes. I decided to create a new Instagram because A Connection TV needs to be about A Connection TV and Wes needs to be about Wes. So if you want to get to know Wes, then follow that Instagram. If you want to stay in the loop with A Connection TV, then obviously you'll still be following A Connection TV Instagram. But I won't be posting like personal things on A Connection TV. It'll only be about A Connection TV related situations. So Get to Know Wes will be all of the personal, you know, my travels and all of that kind of stuff. Okay, so go to Get to Know Wes on Instagram. All right, last night I was gonna record the Scandal review, but I kind of got caught up in a lot of stuff that's happening here in Florida, and I could not do a video. So today, I'm gonna be doing a video about the State of the Union address. Miss Olivia Pope and Miss Jake. I'm sorry, Jake. I don't know if I could really. I was all Team Jake before he became a part of B613 or 6, whatever, B13, 625, whatever it was, that secret organization. I was a fan of Jake before he became headmaster of that. And then when he became headmaster of that, I never understood how he quickly became it due to the president. When the president had no idea about the shit, when the president had apparently no power over anything, he just made Jake head of household, like the Big Brother house. And then all of a sudden, Jake's not head of household anymore, and he's just. I could never vibe with the whole situation. It just did not make sense to me. It just didn't. So I kind of like was over him. Once he became head of household and was killing people and killed Cyrus's husband, I was over him. So I'm not Team Jake. I don't care about Jake. I don't feel bad for Jake. And I damn sure don't want Jake to be fucking Olivia. I would rather Olivia and Jake be together than Olivia and the president, but Olivia needs to be celibate for a good 9 episodes and just leave these men alone. Point blank period. She is worth more to the series than a vagina. That's it. And it just aggravates me that she keeps going back and forth, and back like Aaliyah. Like, it's really annoying me. But that's just me. I don't know if you can adopt similar connections despite our differences with that, with my opinion on that, but that's just me. Olivia is doing way too much and is screwing way too many people. But, you know, Jake is like, yeah, I have a sweet setup for booty calls, and that's where it's going to be because I'm not going to be on your beck and call. You're not going to summon me. Jake, cut it out. We already know you are in it to win it with Olivia. We already know that. You went through a lot last season in dealing with her, going back and forth with her infatuation with the president, who is married, who has a family. And all this extra shit. So it's like, for him to be like, I'm not going to be on your beck and call. I'm not, you's a lie. You are a complete and utter liar. Jake, you. So, them going back and forth with the whole, if we're not going to go to the hotel suite for the booty call, then I'm done with this conversation. I thought it was cool how he was trying to be a man in the whole beginning of the episode, but then at the end, she was in a trench coat, naked, took off her clothes and had on those brown boots. And they went at it. Whatever. Mellie, I understand what Mellie is going through. I really do. And I feel for Mellie. Mellie has gone through a lot to get her husband to become president. And then to deal with knowing that her husband is in love with Olivia. Only to finally reveal why she damaged their relationship and the marriage because she got raped by her husband's father. Then to have her son die because of this whole presidential Mellie has gone through a lot. And to be honest, Mellie is the only person that I really feel for in this show. Really, she is. All she had to do was tell Fitz about the whole situation, but I guess she felt if she would have told him that he would have never become the president, because it just would have damaged the whole situation. So she sacrificed all of that for him to be president. And it's like, I don't know, that's the only person that I really feel for now. I don't feel for anyone else. And I feel for Huck. I feel for Huck and I feel for Mellie. Those are the only two people that I really care about in this show. But her eating those chips and then, you know, just relaxing on the grave of her son, and then the pictures being posted up in the news and all of that, and her not caring about going to the State of the Union's address, I completely understand. But like Abby said, red hair / Gabby / nobody knows her name. Like Abby said, she is the first lady, okay? She has an obligation to make the American people feel like they can get through any and everything, that they can overcome, that they are powerful, you know, and that is her job. And when she signed up for it, it wasn't just for Fitz to be the man and her to just be the sidekick. No, they both have to be standing monuments of power. And so for me, I was just like, okay, I feel you, Mel, but boo. The fact that you went through all this, you need to just get up and just let it all hang out and not get over it, but accept and move on like you really do. So I was glad that she went to the State of the Union's address. I really was, because it showed her strength. But then when she left and she was walking into the room and had to just forcefully take off her shoes and just drop down and started crying, I felt for her. I really did. And then when Fitz came in and said, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I felt for her. I was feeling for Mellie the whole way through. Don't really care that Fitz made the whole, you know, right to bear arms speech about his son and losing his son. That was just, it was too much. Like, I was just like, wow, you really gonna go there? But I mean, he had to do what he had to do to win over the people. But that was cold. That was really, really cold. And I'm like, did Mellie cry because of that, or did Mellie cry because she just once again had to be reminded that her son is gone? Very interesting question, I think. Can you dive with me on that? Let's talk about how Huck and Quinn are going at it. First, they hate each other, then they love each other, then they hate each other, and now they can't stand each other. And Huck is paying her ultimate dust. I thought it was cute how they was going back and forth when she was trying to explain the situation and he was trying to explain the situation. It was going back and forth like who had the most information about the married couple. But when the wheelchair chick stabbed her husband with a corkscrew, and you know, Quinn and Huck went into the bathroom to talk about it, and you know, Huck just dismissed her. And then Olivia came in, and then Olivia was talking to Huck, and Huck was like, what's wrong with you? And Huck was just looking. Huck, he is a great actor. Huck was just like, bitch, if you keep asking me what's wrong with me, I'm gonna have to slice your throat. Like, that's how he kept looking. And then he's like, don't touch me. Don't touch me. I was like, Olivia, you better leave him alone. You better leave him alone before he get crazy on you. You better stop, Olivia. That was intense. I like that. Cyrus and this prostitute. First of all, yes, the husband is gone. Yes, you do have to move on. But damn. I'm just saying, but damn. Then to think, Cyrus, that you can move on to a guy, well, I mean, his face is all that, but his body isn't. But I mean, I don't know, Cyrus and the guy. You had to have known that it was kind of like a prostitute situation, escort situation. I'm just saying, that's just me. And Cyrus, you should be more intelligent than that. Like, everything that you have gone through, the misleading, people, the lies, the mistrust, like everything that you've gone through, and you're really going to think that out of nowhere, this particular individual is just going to come up and say, hey, I like you, let's talk. I think Cyrus needs to be more aware, because no, it's not going to happen like that. And then when the guy divulged that he was a prostitute, and Cyrus was like, no, I'm not like this, and then he took off his pants and he was like, well, what's stopping you, blah, blah, blah. I'm just like, Cyrus, stop. Cyrus, stop. You know what I'm saying? And then to find out that that blonde chick had everything to do with it. Now this girl that represents the Republicans, or whoever she is, I never cared to really learn her name or to get to know her name. She's been in other things, but she is just unnecessary and the bitch to me, so I can care less about getting to know her at all. So it didn't come to me as a surprise when she was the one that set up the whole prostitute thing for Cyrus. I was just like, this girl is about to cause some waves. I want her to have a run-in with Olivia Pope. That's what I want her to do. Have a run-in with Olivia Pope. That's what I want. What else happened on this particular episode? Abby feeling some sort of way that Olivia Pope is kind of like branding her ways and like enforcing her opinion upon what she's supposed to be doing. Abby's feeling some sort of way, but I'm like, come on, Abby, it's Olivia Pope. She knows what she's doing. She knows how she's gonna get it to happen. It's Olivia Pope. The whole relationship with the married couple and how they hate each other now, I really feel that when you say till death do you part, I don't think that those are words of influence. I think those are words that are etched into concrete, and that you should wholeheartedly believe in if you decide to marry someone. So to have your wife become paralyzed, and then for you to completely flip and y'all lose love in each other, it only means that the marriage was never supposed to be. And so when Olivia offered them to get a divorce and offered them a way out, I was just like, please, just thank you, Lord, because this makes no sense. It makes no sense to stay in an arrangement with someone if you honestly do not love them. And I was so for them agreeing to go to the State of the Union's address and still like on the notion that they would be divorced. You know what I'm saying? So that kind of made sense to me. I was completely there for that. And what else happened in this episode? When the president asked Olivia to rewrite his speech or give him her opinion about the speech, and when they were in the room by themselves together, I was like, if they fuck, if they kiss, if he eats her out, I am going to be completely upset. Like, there's no reason for them to do any of this. Any of this. Please, Shonda Rhimes, do not write this in this freaking episode. Like, this is what I wanted to happen, and it surely did. They spoke and they left. They spoke and she left. That's how the relationship needs to be from here on out. Why? Because Mellie is a grieving mother. She is a grieving wife. He needs to care about Mellie. Mellie was raped by your father. There should be no reason why you need to continue a relationship with Olivia Pope. If he does, like I told y'all before, if he does, like, oh my God, I'm just completely over it. I'm completely over it. Let me know what y'all thought about the scandal in this second episode, the State of the Union's address. And then, real quick, to get all into how to get away with murder. Now, I don't know if y'all watched this show. I told y'all to watch it in my scandal review. Y'all need to get into it. It's an awesome show. Viola Davis is amazing. She definitely proved her acting ability even more so in this particular episode. That scene where she makes love to her husband because she does not want her husband to feel like she is leaving him in a way, or judging him, or questioning him at all in relations to his past relationship with his student that just got murdered, that just was murdered. And so she makes love to him, knowing that she has to put on an act. And when she's done making love to him, she turns over and one single tear builds up in her eye and falls. That's when you know that Viola Davis is an actress. That's when you know she is good. When she was talking to her boyfriend, and she was trying to get him to look into the case for her, after what she had put him through in episode 1, that was an actress. I am completely and utterly invested in How to Get Away with Murder. One little particular thing that I'm aggravated with is that Alfred Enoch is in love with the dark chick that lives next door to him. Why? Why? That was the dumbest thing that they could have written into this particular show, was to have, now he can be in love, he can find a love interest, but to have him build a love for her, I just don't get it. Am I the only one? Maybe y'all can ask Dodd with me on that. But if I don't know if I'm the only one or not, but How to Get Away with Murder is an amazing show. You definitely need to get into it. The fact that Viola Davis knew that the guy killed his first wife, I don't know, lawyers have to get away with a lot of stuff, so why would you be able to, how could you trust them? How could you trust someone like that? A defense lawyer, like, how could you trust her? I don't know. I would not be able to trust her. I really would not be. I couldn't. Y'all need to watch the show. I really like the show. Get into it. It is like the sister or the brother to Scandal. It really is. Viola Davis does an amazing job, and so does Kerry Washington. Definitely get into those shows. I'm Wesley from A Connection TV, the network. Subscribe to A Connection TV. If you can adopt similar connections with me despite our differences, it's free to do. And follow me on my new Instagram, Get to Know Wes. Deuces.